Hey guys, do you want to play a rogue but tired of the twisting blade playstyle? Do you want to play a ranged build that can blast the entire map with one skill shot? Not sure if the builds you copy can actually complete the high tier content? Well, I got a build for you. Hey guys, so I've been playing a little bit of Diablo 4 lately, and I really like the penetrating shot playstyle. I've been trying to find a guide that showcases their build at completing higher level gameplay, like tier 50 plus Nightmare Dungeons or so. However, I can't really find any. Well, I decided to make one myself. This is my endgame penetrating shot character, currently at level 91. While I talk about the build, I am also going to have the full gameplay footage of this build completing a tier 53 Nightmare Dungeon with mobs 17 levels higher than my current character. Penetrating shot is a skill that shoots out, well, a penetrating shot that pierces enemies and forks out projectiles from the enemies it pierces, effectively clearing the entire screen of monsters at once. This build works by utilizing combo points mechanic, which increases our penetrating shot damage with each basic attack we do, reaching maximum effectiveness after 3 auto attacks. We then further buff our damage with imbuement skills, either using shadow imbuement for clear or poison imbuement for single target damage. Our entire gameplay loop revolves around this combo, going imbue, auto, auto, auto. Once we have max combo points, then boom, nuke with penetrating shot, clearing the entire screen, and then repeat. This is a really engaging playstyle with tons of outplay potential. The build greatly rewards good positioning, kiting, and even higher end mobile game techniques like auto attack cancelling and stutter stepping. Once you get into the rhythm of auto auto nuke, roll away, repeat, then auto 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 nuke, the build really starts to demonstrate its incredible damage and agility. I myself am still not very good at this playstyle, and I often mess up. This is also the reason why you may see in the background gameplay that sometimes I can nuke the entire screen and sometimes I can't even kill white mobs. It is because I messed up my combo. The only thing this build really struggle with is with the elites that have those purple proximity bubbles. Since you can't damage those enemies from outside the purple aura thing, we must have to first store up enough combo points, imbue our next attack, use our concealment ability to go invisible, sneak inside that purple aura, lay down the death trap, then fire a penetrating shot right away as the enemies inside the purple aura is being pulled together via our death trap. In terms of the build's defenses, if you're doing just normal content, which includes everything under level 40 Nightmare Dungeon, this build has absolutely no problem with survivability. The build does require an active playstyle, but since we're building quite a bit of damage reduction and sporting a ranged playstyle, we always have enough leeway to at least pop a potion as our HP drops low. Through our legendary aspect, we gain damage reduction after using basic attacks, which we always do. And we also gain damage reduction from Dark Shroud, which we constantly regain as we crit. And we have damage reduction stacked to the brim on our gear. We also have the ability to near permanently knock down our enemies via the synergy between Concussive passive, Trick Attacks passive, and the Mangler's aspect. This stun lock knockdown synergy also works on elites, as you can see. As the content difficulty increased to above level 50 Nightmare Dungeon, however, the game becomes very different. Every single monster, even certain white monsters, can one-tap you, given the right condition. You have enough damage to obliterate them, but you have to be much more careful with your positioning and dodging. You have to play like a League of Legends ADC in a team fight, or for those who don't play League, like a little bitch. You have to kite the enemies until you max out your combo points, after which you use your imbuement, turn around, then nuke, then continue kiting. Concealment becomes your remove CC button, and you should save it for when you get stunned or snared or knocked down to instantly get up and dodge. The maximum I have been able to complete with this level 91 character is tier 58 Nightmare Dungeon, but I'm sure a better player with better gear can push much higher. I just want to show you that this build can complete it. I am estimating that maybe a level 100 character with max out gear can at most complete a level 68 to level 70 Nightmare Dungeon, but I'm not betting on it. In terms of gear, I'm not going to be wasting too much time on every single piece of gear or aspect, but I will link you to a Google Doc containing all of this information, including the skill tree, my current paragon board, and everything else. This build is meant to be an endgame build, so I am assuming that you have all of your skill points at least. A few notable things to mention is that we want to have a high item power, high DPS crossbow, since that's what's affecting our penetrating shot damage. The one-hand sword DPS value doesn't matter, only mods do, but make sure that you're using a one-handed sword, not a dagger. Of course, this is not including if you found the unique dagger, Condemnation, then that becomes a best in slot, and you should use that and another really good one-handed sword. In terms of damage mods, we want to at least find vulnerable damage, crit damage, and dexterity, these three mods on every single piece of our weapon, not including that unique dagger if you're using it. We want to at least have +3 level of penetrating shot mods on our gloves, and we want cooldown reduction on our amulet and helmet. For defensive mods, we want at least armor, life, and damage reduction, these three mods on our pants and chest. For the full list of stat priorities on every single piece of gear, please refer to my Google Docs in the link down below. Finally, some modification that you can do to the build to fit your playstyle. First is the choice of your basic attack. I like using Puncture because it inherently has a very fast attack speed and throws out 3 blades at once, but it has a short range. Forceful Arrow has a much further range, but is a very slow attack. Try to see which one you prefer more. Another thing is that we have one flexible defensive aspect. I currently use Aspect of the Disobedience to give me more armor, but I don't think it's too effective. Alternatively, you can also test out Aspect of the Protector or the Protecting Aspect to see which one you like better. Well, this marks the end of the build guide part of the video. There are still a couple of minutes left in this Nightmare Dungeon run, so I'll leave you to observe the playstyle and capabilities of this build. I hope you enjoy my guide, and if you do, please drop a like and subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment down below, and I will see you guys next time.